2200. Purchase item. There we go. I think standard arrows do the most bang for the buck. Yeah, hell no, I won't need 200 arrows. 150.
Thank you, Car. Stop it!
Yeah, this guy isn't too terribly hard to get to, as long as you're at a point where you can get. Sorry, should lean forward. As long as you're at a point where you can get to either the Drake Bridge or the Firelink Shrine. This guy takes like maybe 2 minutes to get to max. I'm doing this like a guide, but I'm drunk, so maybe this is not the time to do a guide. That was completely seamless. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I just took a sip with my left hand, which is holding up the joystick that allows me to go up those stairs. So I moved my right hand to that joystick and used that to go up the stairs while I took a sip with my left hand. That was like amazingly coordinated for how little bodily function I have right now. Honestly, Dark Souls isn't hard. Dark Souls is challenging, absolutely. But I just watched a video that explained better than I ever could, which was called How to Get People into Dark Souls. And the basic idea was essentially Dark Souls isn't hard as in like the enemies are difficult. Dark Souls is hard as in you need to pay attention to what's going on. You need to be willing to memorize, you need to be willing to know what you're doing to get the result that you want. Because as an example, that if I wasn't paying attention to the fact that the dragon flies over whenever you are locked behind that left area, I wouldn't have been able to know what to do in that circumstance when it moved over. So the dragon should clear out pretty quick here. I would highly advise against getting those items right away. What you should do is you should light the bonfire. Not sit at it. Don't sit at this bonfire yet. Run over and grab these two items. What were these items again? Soul of the Nameless Soldier. I'm pretty sure this one's a claymore. Yeah. So if you have the Drake Sword, the claymore is essentially useless because the Drake Sword has almost the same move set as a claymore. Like, here, let me show you. Oh. Crap. Okay, well, this will be a bit slow, but like... Oh, that's one-handed. One moment. You see how the follow-through is essentially the same? And as for heavy attack, with a great sword it's a slash. With the Drake Sword, it's kind of a slash. On one-handed, heavy attack is a slash for the Drake Sword, and a slash for the Claymore. I thought that it was a thrust for the Claymore. That might be because I don't have enough strength to wield either of these. I know the Drake Sword is the same regardless. What are the requirements for that? Are those... Okay, yeah, within the next little while I should reach enough strength to use that one. Strength for Claymore is the same. So, but essentially they scale pretty much identically. How do I have 6 Estus flasks? The last place I rested wasn't Firelink, so I don't really understand that. If anybody could tell me how the Estus flasks work, that would be absolutely fantastic, because I get 10 Firelink and oh shit, I haven't dealt with this guy yet on this playthrough. This should be interesting. Okay. I'm sure that this will go fantastically well and absolutely nothing wrong will happen. Oh shit. Where'd the other guy go? I know, there we go. So if you didn't know, when you're drinking an Estus flask, what you can do is you can press the button again, and it will drink a second one without having to go through the animation. So I would really recommend that if you're running low on HP in a boss fight. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Okay, I've gone through this area without this guy a million times. So that is not going to be an issue. Running out of stamina might be. My other playthrough was a knight, so that's why I'm not used to all of these lacks in strength and stamina and such. Just because the knight starts with all this stuff, whereas the warrior has to get there. Oh, that is not good. That is very, very, very not good. Oh, sweet Jesus, please don't kill me. Okay. I survived that stupidity. Let's see if I can survive the rest of this stupidity. So, oh, fuck. I've heard that the Alluring Skull can be used to, I feel like fighting on a bridge when I'm drunk is not a good idea. I've heard that the Alluring Skull can be used to bring him into a fire. Last time I did this, I just used fire bombs and beat the shit out of him slowly over time. But, yeah, I don't have any fire bombs. Maybe now would be the time to use the Alluring Skull. Do it. Run into the fire. Run into the fire. Oh, why are you a dick? Ha! That actually went considerably better than when I was sober. Weird. Oh shit. Okay, so I know that this is a trap. My advice is just to use quick attacks to deal with those guys so you can get them one after another. If you're wondering why I have the Sword of Astora and not the Elite Knight set, it's just because I'm trying to go for a much quicker build than that usually allows. And so I suppose speed isn't usually a good idea when you're deliberately inhibiting your cognitive ability, huh? I have officially ran out of the alcohols. Don't ask why I call it that. So I will be wrapping this up pretty quick and getting another shit. Like I said, I'm much less patient when I'm drunk. I think it's just because I get hyper, but I don't know. Yeah, look at that confident strut. Oh yeah, that booty walk. I don't know. I have an excuse, I'm drunk, shut up. Once I'm done this, I'm probably gonna pop a few of those Souls of the Lost Undead, and there's a white plate here this last time. Oh right, there's the bridge up here. Oh shit. I hate these guys, the Balder Knights. At one point I thought these were the Black Knights, but apparently not, because I encountered a Black Knight on my other account recently, and that did not go well. Ooh. Personally I really like the Knight Shield. It is considerably heavier than the one that I have right now, so let's look at the stability difference. Stability is 55 to 56, really? That's not that fantastic. Why does everybody rant and rave about the fucking... Wait. The physical... Oh, damage reduction. I was looking at the attack type, and I was looking at 60 damage versus 68 damage, and I'm like, they only block 68% of incoming damage? What? So yeah, just to keep things light, I'm gonna stick with the heater shield. Although I will say, if I come back out here and take a look, the heater shield versus the Knight Shield. The Knight Shield looks fucking sexy. Like it is a pretty shield. For those of you who I am not showing this because you want to see me drunk, and you're just watching this for shits and giggles, I'm a huge sword nerd, and so things like that immediately stick out to me. As an example, one of the reasons why I choose the great straight sword of Astora over the Drake sword is that the Drake sword to me just looks fucking ridiculous. Like, it looks so incredibly stupid. Why would you ever use that thing in a fight? Because in a real fight, that weapon would be worse than garbage. And I will maintain that till the day I fucking die. Drake sword in a real combat situation, unless you had the ability to, in that combat situation, spend 10 minutes winding up your fucking hit, you would die using it. Like, I don't care if you're in a practice fight, by the time you are done swinging for the first time, your opponent's had like 30, maybe 40 hits in on you. Yeah, maybe that's not good at all. If you're wondering why I'm coming through this way before I open the gates, it's because I just wanted, well, first off, I completely forgot that there was another. Whoa, shit! I forgot about him. Apparently not how to deal with him though. I forgot that there was a gate opening system on that side. So, yeah. Also, does anybody know why it's light attack that does backstab? Because it makes no sense to me. Pull the lever, Crunk! Wrong lever! Yoink! Not that I'm gonna need it, because the great sword of a straight sword. Fuck. I never use the term straight sword because the majority of the swords that I deal with are straight. Ugh. I just realized I'm going to be posting this on Hearts Squire, so I really don't need to mention that I'm a sword nut. Cause I'm dumb. Also, I have a shit ton of souls, so I'm resting first. And then I'm gonna go into here. I'm gonna say soul of a lost undead, soul of a nameless soldier. Oops, that's a homeward bone. Soul of a lost undead. Okay, so it looks like that's all my souls. I use 400, not terrible. Ooh. Okay, so just so you're aware, I can't remember for shit what each of those gives me every time I play, and that's not a drunk thing, that's just a me thing. But, like, damn, that was great to see, actually. I want to keep the separation crystal on me just in case I decide to unhollow and forget about the negative side of that. Level up. Oh, right, shit. Okay, so between here and the next boss, there is no save point to my knowledge. Yeah. Where's I going with this? Right, so I'm going to test my theory. I'm going to reverse my hollowing and hope to God that I don't get invaded on my way up there. In case you're religious, in case you're not in case you didn't know, I'm not religious, so me hoping to God is a fucking big deal. Wait, that's a... no, it's read message. I thought I had a chance to pillage his corpse. Which sounds really weird to anybody who doesn't know what the message that pops up when you get an item in Dark Souls is. Woo! Somebody's a little overeager, huh? Overeager to die! Ha! Fuck you, bitch. Village body. But I get Titanite, yes. Okay. Okay, so if you don't know what Titanite does, it's an upgrade material. If you also don't know what Titanite does, you probably shouldn't be watching this, because this, like I said earlier, you should do a blind playthrough first. And if you're on your, like, 4th playthrough, you should really know what Titanite does. Because, like, I mean, come on. You should already have met Andre. You should know this shit. Wait for that shot. Jump. Ah, shit. Okay, calm down. Getting a little overeager there, bud. And yes, I just called myself Bud. I have no friends. Ah, shit. You son of a bitch. I would highly appreciate it if you would go die in a fire rather quickly, please. That's actually the first time that I've ever fallen from that location. Is it just me, or does it freak everybody else out whenever you hear the bell ringing and you're not the one who did it? And you're like, is there a ghost in my playthrough? And then you're like, oh right, it makes that sound when other players ring the bell. If you can hear that ringing, I don't know what it is, and I can't answer any calls while in the game, so I'm just going to ignore it. Anna, if that's you calling, sweetheart, I can't get your call right now. Not because I'm ignoring you for Dark Souls, but because I'm playing Dark Souls and it won't let me answer your call. It'll take me like 5 minutes to exit the game, so I really can't answer right now. There is an ambush here if you haven't played before, but like I said, please do a blind run through because it's so much better. It's very rewarding. You absolutely should. Do I need another Estus to beat this guy? I'll be fine. I'm coming up on a boss soon, so using up an Estus will be a bad idea. Oh shit, I forgot about him. Let's bring you outside, bud. Or die. Dying works too, I guess. Happens a lot. About the second guy. Run to go get my stuff. Should probably kill the boss before I try and roll the new boss before I try and take on the gargoyles. Hello, good sir. What does that do again? Weight's higher. Never mind. Just a moment, everybody. Okay, I should probably put a break in the recording here anyways, so I will see all you lovely peoples later. How do I stop the recording again? Let's just exit the game and hope that does it.